Ooh.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about holiday themed treats. I am going to make 2 appetizers, 2 desserts, and 1 cocktail for those of you who are 21 and older. Whenever I'm having a lot of people over, I decide that I want to just make 1 signature cocktail and then I'll have beer and wine on the side. It's just so much easier than going out and getting all the liquor and the juices that mix with it. And especially during the holidays, you really don't want to spend that kind of money. So I hope everybody enjoys this video. Please subscribe and let's get to it. First thing I'm going to start with is the holiday cheese ball. I take 2 room temperature 8-ounce packages of cream cheese and 2 cups of cheddar cheese. Mix that well. What you just saw me throw my trash into is the Rachel Ray garbage bowl. I like to keep that handy when I'm going to make a lot of things at once, just so that I'm not running back and forth to the trash can. Next, I'm going to cut an onion into small pieces. I take the ends off and then I cut it in half to make it easy for all of the peelings to come off. And then I'm going to cut 1/4 of the onion and put the rest aside. I'm going to cut that into small pieces so that you're not biting into a huge chunk of onion when you eat the cheese ball. And I'm going to do the same with the pepper. About 1/2 of the pepper works for this. Also make sure to get no seeds in that. Next up is the pimentos. Cut them very small. Then I'm going to take Worcestershire sauce and lemon juice. And I'm going to mix that into the cream cheese mixture, along with a pinch of salt and some cayenne pepper. Now for this part, you can use your hands. I find it a lot easier than to use the spoons. And there you have it. Next, I just run the balls into pecans or walnuts, any kind of crushed nut. I am forming 3 different balls. 1 being large, 1 medium size, and 1 small because I'm building a snowman. But you can do anything you would like. You can make it 1 big ball, or you can make it a log, any shape that you want. And now I'm just building the snowman. And there's your holiday cheese ball. Next we have the guacamole pita trees. I'm going to cut the avocado around the center and scoop out all the insides. I do not use a knife to pit the avocado. I just scoop it with a spoon and it'll just come out in the bowl. Try to mash it up as much as possible. Next I'm going to cut 1/4 of a red onion. I use red onions because they're a lot sweeter and it's not harsh when you bite into it. And you're just going to cut it into small pieces. Then you're going to use juice of 1/2 of a lime. I do 1/2 a lime per every 3 avocados. And just mix it well. Now I'm going to cut some tomatoes. I use grape tomatoes because when you're cutting the grape tomatoes on a cutting board, most of the seeds stay behind, and I like that better than having the seeds. Then I'm going to put a pinch of salt and some cilantro. I use dried cilantro because I'm using dried cilantro because I do not like the taste of the fresh cilantro. I think it tastes too perfumey for me. And next I'm just going to chop some more tomatoes for garnish, and you'll see why later on in the video. Then I'm going to take some tortillas, lay them out on a cookie sheet. I'm going to cut them so that they look like little trees, triangles, I would say. And then I'm going to bake them in the oven at 350 for 10 minutes. Then you spread the guacamole onto the pita and garnish it with the tomatoes to make it look like little ornaments. And there you have it. Now on to dessert, brownie Santa hats. I went ahead and made the brownies off camera. I let them cool, and now I'm just going to cut them out. I used a little dipping cup. You could use any shape that you like. Then I'm going to cut the tips of the strawberry, add vanilla icing, then the strawberry, and top it with more vanilla icing to make it look like the tip of the hat. And now onto the Nilla Wafer Holiday Cake Bites. You take 24 of the Nilla wafers, dip them in orange juice, and then spread them with raspberry jam. Then you're going to take wax paper, lay one of the cookies down, top it with 2 of the jammed cookies already. Sorry if you see my dog in the background. Refrigerate that for 6 hours, and then dip them in melted white chocolate and sprinkle them with any holiday jimmies that you may have. If you were over 21 and you want a little cocktail, I'm making holiday mimosas. First, I'm going to take my champagne flutes. I will rim them with some orange juice, and then I'm going to dip them in holiday sugar. I have the red and green sugar that I just combined together. I also have these little stars that you can put around the bottoms of the glass, and just to make it a little more decorative. I have red and green here because my glasses are clear. I'm going to start with orange juice, and then cranberry juice, and I'm going to top it with champagne. I hope everyone has a Merry